Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another weekend of War of Rights. Thank you for being here. It is greatly appreciated. Let's switch this puppy over to the live camera. And we are in, I believe, week 4 of the Antietam campaign. One more week to go after this. Today we're at...
After their victory at South Mountain, Union General McClellan with his Army of the Potomac was close on the heels of Confederate Generals Longstreet and Hill as they quickly retreated across Antietam Creek to set up a defensive line. After Union General Hooker crossed with the 1st Corps, it was up to 2 regiments of Pennsylvanians to find and probe Lee's vulnerable left flank. When darkness finally ended the brief skirmish, Union troops had pushed the Confederate forces away from the east woods, but both armies could barely sleep as skirmishing fire continued throughout the night.
Alright, looks like we're going right into it. The 8th Alabama and the 8th Florida getting to use their own people today in this battle. They were in this vicinity during the actual combat. So I'm not sure if we're going to go live at 40 here, or if they're just prepping everybody, getting everybody in. But... we shall see.
Перед знаменем две колонны. Чё, стой на месте.
Здорово, господа. Так, где становимся?
Две колонны, господа.
And that's 3rd Alabama there. Let's get up in the air just in case.
Без штыков пока что, да? Или как?
Just in case this is the real boy.
Штык надел, но не надо. Без штыков. И сегодня наше штатное положение.
But like I said, I doubt it. I think they're going to... I think they're just going to muster here and get all the guys in order and then restart the server.
No one's in our battalion yet, we gotta wait.
As you can see there, 20th Georgia, 1st Virginia.
José, que pegas al
Kimu there.
delante. Más pegado al delante. Pegado al delante, por favor, caballero. A ver, así, muy bien.
Yeah, here we go. It's resetting. I figured as much. Well, it's that time of day. Grab your popcorn, take a leak, whatever you got to do. Get ready for the battles. They'll get their shit together here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, just kidding, boys. Thank you again for letting me be here. It is sincerely appreciated. To come out here every Saturday and root on the boys in the UEC and their awesome dedication to the history of the American Civil War. Pretty dope. And today we're talking Burnside's Bridge, so this will be the part of the stream everybody skips anyway, so I can use it to talk about some history. I'm reading from the Maps of Antietam. Fucking awesome book by Bradley Gottfried. Badass. If you have a chance, get on Amazon and grab this book. It is so worth it. It just gives you all the movements all day and back stories on people. It's a mastercraft. There's one for Gettysburg too. I don't have that one. I need to get it. But I'm kind of obsessed with Antietam, and I'll tell you, War of Rights has a lot to do with that, if I'm being completely honest. All the great people I've met playing this game and watching this game and in the UEC and otherwise. Well, alright, well, let's get off that real quick. Looks like we had a game crash. Happens when we're fucking with the servers. Indeed it does. So we'll reboot here while you look at the dead bodies in front of the Dunker Church there. At the old Antietam. Anyway, I'm digging through this book so I can get the proper names. It just goes through the whole afternoon. The sunken lane. Some real close-up stuff on the sunken road. Find the server. There it is. This is that, and that is this. Shut your mouth, drink a bottle of piss. Okay, there you go. So we got Tombs, 20th Georgia, 2nd Georgia. Holding off. Sturgis, Nagel's down there. Ferrero. And that's where the 51st, the twin 51st, 51st New York, 51st Pennsylvania, they eventually take the bridge. So we'll keep a close eye on the units that populate this map today, and we'll read out of the book, and we'll do a little bit of history, because that's what I'm all about, man. We have to remember this conflict and how absolutely bloody it was. 22,270 people died in one day. But I mean, casualties, you know, people ultimately died later from illness and things of that nature as well. Those numbers can get a lot higher. And I'm certainly not a historian. I'm just relaying what I've learned, and I'm just a inspired amateur, you know. But if you guys want the real scoop and you want the real historians, go over to the Battlefield Trust. Those guys, Gary Edelman, Chris White, and all the gang, they really know their shit. They got it down to a science. They have some great videos on their YouTube channel. You really check that out. And if you're interested in trying to help support the preservation of these battlefields, because they're really special places. You go there and you go to a place like Antietam where all those people died on that day and all that conflict, and there's something about those places like a battery for energy. And it's not all bad, you know. But it's interesting. It really is.
After their victory at South Mountain, Union General McClellan with his Army of the Potomac was close on the heels of Confederate Generals Longstreet and Hill as they quickly retreated across Antietam Creek to set up a defensive line. After Union General Hooker crossed with the 1st Corps, it was up to 2 regiments of Pennsylvanians to find and probe Lee's vulnerable left flank. When darkness finally ended the brief skirmish, Union troops had pushed the Confederate forces away from the east woods, but both armies could barely sleep as skirmishing fire continued throughout the night.
Well, the server's all kinds of confused. 7th Maine. I wonder if they're going to do the... I think they were going to do Pry House. Oh, Piper Farm. Yeah, they're going to do Piper Farm first. So the Piper Farm is kind of a make-believe scenario, really. I mean, it happened. Obviously, the Confederates, when they pulled back from the sunken lane and the Union took that position, the Union really didn't press up because Richardson had been mortally wounded by that point, and they were kind of confused, and so I think McClellan put Hancock in charge of that region and told him just to kind of stay put and dig in and defend against the counterattack that was never going to come, because he had just, you know, even against his better judgment, had broken Robert E. Lee's center and didn't even follow it up with arguably one of the greatest American soldiers ever, Winfield Scott Hancock. I mean, he could have, if you're talking about rewriting history, Gettysburg never even happens if Hancock, you know, is allowed to use the 52nd New York, 2nd Delaware, and those guys to push up to the center. I mean, Lee almost had nothing on his right flank, and A.P. Hill was hours away. So this would have been a completely different day had McClellan allowed Hancock to do his job. So, but again, I could be way wrong on that. I'm just an idiot, so always follow everything up I say with picking up a book and reading for yourself and figuring this stuff out, because it's really, really fascinating. All right, let me in. And, you know, hey, don't blame me for going off on the history. That's what this channel's all about, man. And War of Rights gives us just an amazing vehicle to get this done. So anyway, we'll flip back to the Piper Farm area. That's where the boys are. Oh God, look how beautiful this is. All right, let's get in. Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Joehova. Welcome to War of Rights. It is Saturday and we're hanging out with the UEC. This is week number 4 of the campaign, and looks like we're going to do a couple different maps. One is going to be the Piper Farm. That's where we are right now, I believe. Piper Farm it is. We're way back here at the Union spawn. You can see a lot of them here, man. These battalion events are really, really cool. I wish they just did this every week. These campaigns are really cool, but I just wish that they did it like this every week, because it looks so good to see the groups matched up like this. And as long as everybody gets a turn at command, I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. But it's a lot of organization, I know that, but man, it is so fun to watch. It's funny, in the early meeting today, I was telling the guys, hey, you know, I really think it looks cool to march down roads and things like that. And they were like, yeah, we're under fire. Yeah, well, you know, for me, this is a Civil War movie. Every week we talked about that, and just an opportunity to talk about the bloodiest day in American history. This battle being so important. I mean, we're talking about the reason that Abraham Lincoln was able to issue the Emancipation Proclamation, which led to the abolishment of slavery in this country, finally, happened as a result of this battle. And it's not even really a loss, because Lee allowed McClellan to attack him the day after this battle on the 18th. He sat there and waited for McClellan to attack him with a much superior force, and McClellan refused to do it, which is hilarious. So Lee withdrew. It wasn't even considered a real retreat. So pretty amazing historical moment for America right here. And you can see we've got the 1st Virginia Cav and the 3rd Alabama working together. Ooh, that is going to be a hard-hitting crew. And you can see Lamel Todd is in command. Ooh, that's going to be exciting. You know, he had his dander up last week. He was fought really, really well. All right, the clock is about to start. We'll see if we go live here, or if this is just a setup. It's the first stable server we've had of the day, so I don't think they're going to go live on this one. I think we're going to get reset here. But let's look at these units. Hang on. So we know those. Okay, so 7th Maine and the 20th New York. Oh man, this is such a UEC map, because the 20th New York is also in the German Corps. They're here today as well. They'll be playing on with their own men. Hopefully they'll allow them to do that. I don't see 18th North Carolina. There's some German Corps guys. 20th New York Company. Yep. So these guys are definitely ready to move out. I don't know if they're going to. Like I said, the clock has started. So let's look here. 20th New York. See, I always put the 20th New York. Their monument is over in the Dunker Church area, going across. So that's interesting that they're here in this area, because I don't even see them. There's a 7th Maine. Okay, that's later. 1st Delaware.
Forward, march. Forward, march. Head of the column to the left. March.
Huh. Yeah, I don't see the 20th New York here, which is interesting why they would put them in this. And it's at 7th Maine, right? Yeah, 7th Maine. 7th Maine was there, but they're French, but they're back, kind of in the back. I'm not sure what they even did there. I'll have to look that up. So that's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Well, it looks like we've started, so let's put the book away and get to the battle. This is going to be exciting, and I'm going to do it like cinematic style, so I'll keep my big mouth shut for a great portion until something really cool is happening, and we'll get back to it. and we'll do more of a closer view of the action. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the fun.
Zwei Bataillone, geht ja wahrscheinlich nach links. Ihr habt zwei Bataillone links hinter dem Hügel bei den Kanonen.
Okay. Noch eine Info an den General. Wir sind nur 2 Kompanien. Wir sind knapp 22 Leute, wenn überhaupt. Wir sind nur sehr klein.
Seid welches Bataillon? Zweites?
Zweites, ja.
20.
Everything good?
Yeah, left of the by the guns there are 2 enemy battalions.
Rama, du bist mein Second in Command?
Okay, and quick time.
Ja.
And quick time,
Say what? Ja, wenn wir drüber sind hier.
So there's a couple of volunteers in the
Yeah, I can move out. Yeah, look.
Yes, Corporal Lone Wolf, please move to the
That's
front.
don't move.
Definitely different. Lieutenant?
What?
So this is definitely different.
Usually it's like this.
I don't mind it a lot, man. It's a pretty damn good NCA.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's because it just comes up
Make sure you catch him so you can hear the orders, gentlemen. Show to your arms. Oh, gentlemen, catch up as fast as you can. Catch up. Make sure you get dressed up. Shift to catch up.
March.
Double rank.
On the right side, gentlemen. On the right side.
Two rank,
Okay.
gentlemen.
My name's Liam, though, boy.
Fill it in.
Good.
Company, prepare to hold. Second company.
Run.
Run. Second company, run.
Please, we will just move to the wall and then there. Second battalion, guide center.
Second company, guide right.
Company forward, guide left. March.
Bearing south. Oh Jesus, come on guys.
Second battalion, hold.
Johnny, no.
Black, can you go behind, please?
First company.
All right. And we will move. Yeah, we will move forward. Second battalion,
Second company,
prepare to move out.
prepare to move out.
Guide center for
Second company,
Black, you first. March.
March.
third company, aim.
Aim. Aim to the right. Friendly to our left.
Okay. Artillerie beschießen kannst.
Zwei Geschütze links.
Jetzt.
Second battalion, hold.
Second company, hold.
Company, halt.
Second battalion, make ready.
Second company, make ready.
Aim at the guns. Aim.
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 Southeast.
Aim.
Alright, so we're seeing the first Union attacks on this position. I'm getting a lot of lag on the stream. I hope it's not too jittery for you guys out there. I'm trying to record it as well. The stream recordings are just dog shit, guys. And so I gotta figure out a way to do... Gotta get some more gear or something. Figure out a way to get a better record while I am streaming at the same time. It's not easy.
Now we have more time to take aim.
So bear with me. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching the battle with me. Been fun so far.
Down the hill.
Yes. Fire!
Oh, boys.
How's it looking? Yeah, they're massacred. They're being massacred. Good job. Oh Gott, die Second angewiesen worden.
Alles gut, wir schießen bei Battalion.
Ein Stück zurück hier.
Ready, take aim! Second
Left
company.
oblique, left oblique,
Right
in the
oblique,
middle.
left oblique.
Fire!
Fire!
They're right in front of us on the point.
Okay, we will be aiming on the north, on the wall, in front of us, down the hill.
In front of us, gentlemen, to the north.
Second company.
Second company. Was ist noch hier?
First company. Left dress. Left dress.
Up die vorne.
Selbe spot.
Retreat with
Technicolors.
Full back legs.
Das rechts zieht sich zurück, nimm die Ziele links. Links im Südosten.
They're pulled back the CC unit.
Das sind 100, das sind ungefähr 100 Yards.
Über die festgehaltene Position.
Of course, historically, federal forces never pushing up this far. Never got much beyond the road, to be honest. But this is the famous position where Longstreet's staff was said to have manned a gun to defend this position against the Union. And D.H. Hill did send suicidal attack. At least one, I think more, along the Confederate right flank. But that did not prevail. There were a lot of Union in the road by that point.
Quick. Müssen wir gleich, kommen wir gleich wieder auf. March. Überrollt.
Hey, Jumbo just said that there's a unit pushing far right. What? Thinks it might be coming up soon.
We see it.
Alright.
Good on smooth.
Battalion, front.
Right face. La derecha. Esta derecha.
Facing north.
Un poco hoch.
This is the
Captain Slaughter?
Yep.
Second company steht innerhalb der Company in
Left step.
Left step.
Yeah.
Okay, neue Proper Order. Hackman ist der Guide. Right, rechts.
Izquierda.
Nein, ich hab nur gesagt, ich bin aus dem Left Guide raus.
Lewis Perkins links anschließend.
Der Frontrank sind die Leute, die vorne stehen, der Rear sind die Leute, die
Gruppe
hinten stehen.
Fergus, übernehmen Sie wieder links, bitte.
Jawohl, ich übernehme.
Genau. Louis auch links einfinden.
Vermelde ich leider unterwegs.
Ja.
Verbündete to shift the company free face to
Ja.
the right. First company, right face.
Right
Big
face.
time forward, march. Vierte hold, hold. Front.
Yeah.
Are you smoking again? So this is threading the needle? Absolutely.
Минус 4,60, минус 4,60 возьми.
Like they try to come to the right and on the right side.
Давай,
Guess we're
выстрел.
advancing soon.
Да.
Попали?
Снаряд.
Соседнее орудие попало.
Yeah, they move in to the right. Everything is fine.
I wonder when some
Yeah,
of the
don't try
ball
to
hit
assault
us.
the right side.
Like this.
Like that?
I know.
The right side is,
Yeah, they are overshooting
Yeah.
like
Oh, that will be a mass attack on the right side.
Well, 51st is not the artillery on the other side, so I'm not very
First battalion
concerned
could
about
hold
it.
the point, and that
It's only
we
52nd
Richardson,
and,
you hanging in there?
Permission to speak? And JDL.
Be careful what you're wishing for, Monio.
It could come
They
through.
hold back the far left battalion. I don't
You
know
are
what
lucky
they
that I don't
want
hear
to
you.
do. Well, it seems they wait for the charge and then
They
attack.
Yeah.
They've got two fucking big.
Okay, I made up.
Say prepare to shift right in case they
Probably
try
will
to
be
go after
moving
the
soon.
second battalion. They
Right,
will
roger
probably
that.
try and mass charge.
Yeah, Jumbo, we saw a lot on the right.
Uh-oh.
Sir,
Oh, on the right.
Yes.
Some.
Feuerkampf auf der
there's one
rechten
battalion
Flanke.
left in the center, straight ahead.
Yeah,
Artillerietreffer auf der rechten
let
Flanke.
them come forward, and if they try and take the point, first battalion will just mash them up.
Thank you,
as
sir.
they come this way. What's up, guys? Play war.
South. Wow, thank you. Let me stand there like a stone wall. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Oh!
I
Oh
do
no.
recommend you gentlemen have a look up there as well. Come with me. It's quite hold all those battalions in the cornfield. It's quite beautiful.
They might think we're general staff.
No, they do not. Disregard. But they do be waving those flags very defiantly, these rascals.
Yeah, they think they have temerity and alacrity and audacity.
I know,
No, sir.
the audacity to be waving those banners around. How dare they?
These boys are
Goodness
hilarious.
It does look very beautiful, though.
It is nice. Look at that. Holy! Oh, that was it. That was a good splash. Looks like they're
Kind of
probably-
sorry for our guys being like really bored back there.
The 3rd Battalion is just got
think
chewed
they
up by
go.
already. Oh, hey, they're up and over. They're up and over. All 3 battalions.
Back to your companies.
Understood.
Have them rise up and
Roger.
prepare.
This is it, boys. 9, what do you got?
Company, prepare to charge.
To the left!
To the left.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone's dead.
Where is it? Where's the bullet? Oh God!
The flag's down.
They're still holding the right flank properly. The other one is
Surrender.
preparing for everything. They can.
Монк, правый край, пожалуйста. И оттуда.
Company, show up. Company, at the ready.
Nice, southeast.
There you go. Keep right, take aim.
East, southeast.
Fire, fire.
Молодцы, парни, молодцы. Мы выбьем всю дурь из их пустых бошек. Молодцы, парни, молодцы. Так, только, блядь, две колонны становитесь, нихуя вы, блядь, стали нахуй. Вас пятеро, блядь, в одной, охуели совсем, ёбаные.
Равняемся направо или налево?
Налево.
Это
По противнику целься. Убегают, парни, убегают. Пали.
Okay, so Lemon, I think this one is already secure, right? Do you think it's a good idea?
Good!
Volleys into them, shoot on our left, and then retire if they're trying to push us. Okay?
Thank you.
I saw a few moving left, the flags were left.
They wouldn't dare.
So northeast.
Молодцы, парни.
Oh! Hang on.
New York.
Chicken ready, boys?
Jack!
Alright, what do you got? What do you got, boys? Okay, fellas, take aim. Left oblique. And then flags are in the corn. Steady!
Yellow flag.
2 battalions forming the corps, gentlemen.
Okay, you got the flag. You got the flag, boys. Keep that flag in the dirt. Company, break reload, break reload, break reload. Break reload. Break face. Right face.
Face, boys.
Блять, это правое плечо вперед.
Правое плечо.
Retreat more further back now. The other battalions going back to their spot.
Справа телефон, давай. Две шеренги, две шеренги.
Задний передо мной, красавчик.
Oh, we're ready.
God, man, you can see how complicated this is trying to do this in combat. Whew, I feel for you boys. This is really hard. You guys are doing a really great job. Don't be hard on yourselves. It is difficult to get guys to listen to anything, especially a complicated command like that under combat conditions. So well done by this whole team.
To the right side, giving them help south. The second battalion is at the, it seems like they're...
Second company A!
Plans just hold here.
Second company A!
At the moment, yes.
Fire!
Alright, Lawrence, you're behind Brat. Green's go to the right of Brat. Green, go beside Lawrence. Farrell, go behind you. And the Waters. You're not behind someone.
Second company, left face.
Right. Sixth company.
Second company, left face.
Second company loaded.
Quick time, forward march.
You can pass.
Second company, halt is the 80th company, right face. We're here, we are right here.
Unsere Frage ist jetzt links
What's left
oder
of us
rechts?
anyway?
Brauchen wir jetzt nach links zu nähere Anbewegung, oder?
Genau, das war die.
Down, achtende, by the left.
By left flank.
At a quick time.
Right, come over here, in the center of the town.
Right, you, right, Brun, go for it. Take a knee, second company.
Everyone down, come on.
Doughboy with us, yes, fall in.
They're back.
83rd is left of us.
Yep. Sorry.
We have
any good...
In
Do we have any good sharpshooters here?
Yep.
Good shot. Can anyone see the one on the right wheel of the right?
Yep, I can see him.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that Captain Iron Duke has a badass voice.
Just about it.
Trying to get him to talk. Let's see if he's gonna talk again.
They're still alive.
Yeah, that's him, dude. That sounds awesome.
Oh, God damn it.
Giant
Third
regiment.
battalion, rise up.
Rise up.
Make ready.
Right.
Make ready.
Make ready.
Okay, you can see the flag.
Yes,
That's
yes.
west.
Take
We're
aim.
already aiming.
Take aim.
Recover arms, recover arms.
I'm down.
And aim.
Take
ready.
it. Take
Take
it.
aim.
Take aim.
Soldiers, take aim, maybe take aim.
Fire.
Yeah, guys with great voices stand out, and that's a good one. So
Not the 3rd battalion.
Oh, okay.
you can really, certain voices really pop out
Oh, single company.
when you're in these combat situations. So that's really cool. It's always fun to get that, because that voice has richness in it that you could use as a character, you know.
Yes, I'm making. Second company, take aim.
And the 83rd, fairly new to the UEC, doing a great job.
When the leader gives command to shoot, you shoot. Okay,
So,
second
second company shoot, then the third.
Okay.
First, then the third.
First again.
How long are we supposed to stand here aiming it?
These might be Richardson's men, the Buck and Ball Michiganders. No, these are the Maine, 7th Maine, so totally different.
Second company, take aim.
So you can see these boys right on the edge.
15, alright, cease fire.
Cease fire. Right.
Ceasefire. Load and hold. Second company. Load and hold.
Order. Battalion guide center.
Second company. Shoulder arms.
Why is the second company
First
far on
company,
the
are you
left?
loaded?
Company. Guide
Yes.
left.
Yeah.
Because the company next to
Second
us
company, are you loaded?
died. Yes, we are
Yes.
loaded.
Third company,
Loaded.
you're loaded?
Loaded.
Don't know where third are.
Loaded,
So.
Colonel.
They're to the
I
left.
believe they're to the right.
Bro.
Of
We're
us,
missing,
they're
we're
to
right
the
here.
missing a
right.
company, but never
There's a
mind.
second
There's
flag
some.
joining the battalion in front of us.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're the furthest left.
Is the other battalion already moving out?
We have all three
Wir
guns.
bügeln zweites Bataillon vom Feind.
Zweites?
Zwei Mann. Fuck, jetzt rennen wir nicht rein. Also entweder ist der Start.
Battalion, fiber companies, make ready, command fire.
Fiber company. Ready.
We're moving on 40.
First company.
Third company, rise up.
Rise up!
Charge.
Press X.
Charge fire.
Right shoulder shift. Arms.
I'll level up
There you
until
go.
you influence me.
There you go now. There you go. Now we're
Wait.
stuck.
Steady.
When you're done, right, make sure you're going here.
So, if you want to start mark.
No. Reach your
Bleibt da stehen.
Das Land.
There's the friendlies right there.
Take the forward, guide left.
Guide center, second battalion,
Guide right.
Come on, boys. Let's go, whatever we have left, let's just go with it.
Yeah, I think we just stay at the quick time until some.
Yeah.
Rückgang, mach nur schnell Snap drauf und dann Blitz hinterher. Oder hast du es drauf?
Nee.
Einfach hinterher springen.
No. We did that once.
Give him hell, boys.
Yeah.
Alpha spotted southwest.
Over here.
Second company.
Ja, die komt niet.
From independent fire until told otherwise.
Oh, me and you now, Hans.
I think we will die together.
Отставить огонь! Стоим!
Пика, ты за что со мной так?
Да, господа, он стоим в двух шеренгах, господа, не колонны, две шеренги.
Заряжаемся, парни!
Заряжаемся, господа, спускаемся налево. Налево.
Right, first battalion, left face, and double quick forward, march.
Скоро,
да, скоро вперед.
Шагом вперед.
Ready, bist du ein Scout oder was?
Battalion.
Ach so, gut.
Second
Third
company.
battalion about face.
Second company about face.
Да, я сзади тебя.
У меня пишет колонна.
Okay, quick time. Let those tires compress, boys. Quick time, gentlemen, quick time.
Давайте подтягиваемся.
Шагом!
Time.
Не обгоняй меня, Алабама, не обгоняй меня, Алабама, за мной, меня на море, Казимир, назад.
Blitz, hold. Disregard, back to the old position. Just keep going.
Company.
Oh, hell yeah. Company, bird home. Cavaliers by company.
Well done.
Bird home.
Straighten up that
Cavaliers.
Hold, maintain straight column.
All right. Dress right up.
Ой, раз, два.
Braxton's gonna be rank. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone.
Направо.
Good shit.
Remember, two ranks, two ranks.
Привести свое оружие в боевую готовность, парни.
So crunch, that means you do your best to organize them in two ranks and cheat as well.
Две шеренги, господа. Убедите, что всем хватает места, чтобы быстриться.
Слышали, господа? Если нет места,
Turkey, forward line.
We got it.
Truck, shift right. Yep, there you are.
Fourth New Jersey, you're far away from the
Very
rest of the
smart,
battalion.
very smart.
Yeah, I'm trying to maneuver. So
Okay.
Right shoulder shift. Oh, they already have.
We just have to
company 3, take 9 steps to the right. Mark.
I mean, I already did that.
I went ahead and did it again for your sake.
That's very sweet of you. Yep.
Es wird spaßig.
Yeah, Burns had bridge.
Jack
So
Dillon.
much fun.
Yo.
I'm happy about this distance
Ja,
between
wir wurde gesagt, einfach alle zusammen und ich habe bewegt dann.
Oh, geil.
Und wir hatten 2 Battalions alleine vor uns, also habe ich mich nicht bewegt.
Ja, okay. Ja. Ah ja, bis
Super,
gleich.
ne?
Ja.
So, okay, we're not right now here. Hans-Peter, kannst du einmal übernehmen, auch ohne Fahne?
Ja!
Nee, einen weiter, einen Schritt weiter.
Who did?
So Hans-Peter will be our flag bearer, as we don't have a flag right now. He's just performing as a single guy. You see him. Tank, guide center, forward, march.
Guide center.
Right, left.
Forward, march.
Forward march.
Third company, there's one. Forward march.
Jack, what fucking company are we?
Third.
Got ya.
You
Thanks, guys.
use double quick to dress the line, second company. Double quick to dress the line.
Change pace to double quick march.
What?
Then change pace to quick step march. You'll be on my left, gentlemen.
Well done, gentlemen. Press A. Press T to stay together. Use Alt
Shoulder your
to
arms
ground.
within the corn.
Stay with your men.
Shoulder.
Shoulder arms, second company. Shoulder arms. Press Martin, shoulder arms. Press X, thank you. So we don't get for some reason, someone's walking along with a club.
Yes, I'm the flag bearer.
Gotcha.
Look at me, I'm
Follow the club.
Follow the club. I was about to reprimand you, that man.
Going over the cornfield, shoulder arm.
Yeah, shoulder arms, we can't be seen. Yeah, not with our bayonets
Keep
down.
pressing key, gentlemen.
Redress the line.
Yeah, you guys are all getting
It's a line on the wall.
line up.
Alright, shit to catch up, gentlemen.
My left.
On the left.
Close in, close in.
On second lieutenant's left, gentlemen. On second lieutenant's left. Form up. Stone wall.
Double ranks, left side.
Double ranks, 83rd.
Battalion, right wheel.
First battalion, right wheel.
Right wheel ist befohlen.
Third company, make ready. Second company, make ready. Second company, fire.
Break! Du musst es begradigen können. Bin tot.
Rest to the left. Third company, dress left. Nach links, weiter links.
Okay, komplett. Einheit raus.
Ist alles gut.
Nein, bitte.
Primera Virginia, primera Virginia a la izquierda. Primera Virginia a la formación, señores. Primera de la izquierda, a la izquierda de la 56, no me...
Reform. 8th Alabama, 2 ranks on my right. Fall in. 1st Alabama.
Florida on mono. Florida on mono.
Fire at will. North, north, west. Ihr seht an der Mauer. Fire at will.
Fire at will, 3rd Battalion.
Charge bayonets.
And
got one out right here. Normal one out.
Yo.
And that looks to be it, a Confederate victory, so congratulations to Confederates on a great defense. Union really just couldn't get anything started there. Looks like they tried a couple times to come in some mass, but you got to throw the whole hammer at them, I think. And Lamel's guys over there on that Confederate left, just answering the call every time the bell rang. They just showed up and just annihilated the Union in the field.
In response to harassing sharpshooter fire coming from the apple orchard near the Piper Farm, the 7th Maine, under command of Major Thomas Hyde, was ordered to clear the sharpshooters out. Hyde was confused by Colonel Irwin's orders, considering the obvious presence of a considerable number of rebels dug in around the farm just behind the orchard, and the 7th Maine barely had 181 men to its roster. Despite this, they advanced, and all alone they successfully managed to clear out the sharpshooters. But they were caught in a deadly crossfire that, even despite the expert maneuvers by Major Hyde to help his troops avoid the worst of it, would result in less than 70 managing to make it back to friendly lines. Colonel Irwin would be removed from command shortly after. This last bit of fighting in the northern part of the battlefield, which had been advised more by John Barleycorn than by sensible military tactics, was shortly followed by one last surprise General Lee still had left to play for the battle. Far to the southwest, General A.P. Hill and his light division had been left behind in Harper's Ferry to parole the 15,000 Union prisoners taken in the siege, and by late afternoon had finally arrived to help the endangered southern flank of Lee's line. His troops, then clad in part with captured Union uniforms, would serve as a nasty surprise on the left flank of General Burnside's 9th Corps as they attempted to assault Sharpsburg. It would be a bloody revelation for several New Englander regiments.
Alright, well, if you like that, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. Until next time, my name is Joehova. I'll catch you later. Goodbye. Alright, we'll wait for him to get the server reset, and we'll get to Burnside's bridge.
At close to 5 in the afternoon, the signal station in Elk Mountain sent a dire warning to the signalman located at General Burnside's headquarters at the Rohrbach Farm to look well on his left, for A.P. Hill's light division had arrived to reinforce the Confederate right. Where the 9th Corps had managed to almost reach the outskirts of Sharpsburg, they were instead forced back to the ridgeline overlooking Antietam Creek due to the sudden onslaught. While some preparation had been made, The sheer force of Carolinian infantry and batteries of artillery were too much to bear for the tired Union forces, and with the retreat, it was the end of the battle as the evening light closed on the bloodiest single day of the war.
All right, let's get this party started. Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Joehova. Welcome to War of Rights. It is Saturday and we're hanging out with the UEC. Thank you to everyone in the UEC for once again allowing me to be here. This is week 4 of the campaign, and this should be Burnside's Bridge. It is. Okay. There we go. I was just all turned around. There is the famous bridge itself. Now, historically, Toombs had his men stripped away all morning trying to reinforce Lee's left. And not many there, but they held the Union off for a long, long time. And I'm hoping these boys will march down the road. I told them, you know, for cinematics, the marching is really pretty. I'd like to see it. But I'm sure they're going to be very excited to get into combat. And for the weekend, they've lost the first one, not able to attack and defeat the Piper Farm, so now they're going to try it on the Burnside's Bridge. We'll see if we can happen. Oh, look, Stricker's here. Welcome, Toby. And we'll get to the second battle of the weekend. Should be a great time. A lot of good shots. I'm getting a lot of lag this weekend, so you guys kind of got to let me know if that's a real problem from your point of view. We'll find out when I get the footage. But we'll go with the boys here, and we'll follow the Union in all the way up the bridge, and we'll be surprised. We'll be just as surprised as an audience as they are by the Confederate defense. How about that? Although we all know how they defend this position. We've seen this map so many times. But let's hang out with the troops and let them do the talking for a little while.
What pace for stars?
Your second company, dress it forward.
Boys, come on. Where's the CO?
Oh, yeah, maybe I honestly wouldn't. My bad.
Coordinate.
Roll
that. Vince, dress up.
None of us are second.
The company commanders don't get the BO.
Okay, private back on the guide, position the company behind 83rd.
X, I think, mate.
Everybody follow private track. Go.
Dress behind Private Jacon, gentlemen.
Jacon.
Come on, you out of line, dude.
If you get pushed out of line, go to the rear. And dress up.
Fucking the gun line.
That is in real problems. You're in red pointed, you're in red pointed.
Yes, I have red points.
Or cases, red cases.
Yeah, I actually have red cases, yeah.
Have read Counts Customs and Service of U.S. Regulations 1861 revised?
No further questions.
Yeah. General Order 251. Trumpeters shall have saber and pistol, while musicians of the infantry shall only carry the 40 musician sword. Yes.
I want all you guys to go to the far left. You know, 3rd Battalion, once you get around that hill and get a good defensive position, stick there, and then everybody else form up with them. Kind of make a little bit of hook around that little hill that's up there.
Sorry?
You guys know that? You guys know that hill on the left?
Are we supposed to push once we are on the left, or are we supposed to, like, basically do a column of battalions?
Do a column of battalions. If you see an opportunity, I'll leave it up to the battalion's discretion, but look at the other battalions, see if you have enough support.
Quick message, North-Northwest 1st Battalion moving out towards the bridge.
Yeah,
they are in the shadows of the trees.
Moving to the north.
Yep, got you.
Does it
Go
mean 3rd Battalion is the most left one?
Yeah, 3rd Battalion will be the most left, 2nd
Ja,
Battalion.
zurück.
So, der Feind hat dich drauf und kann schießen. Artillerie und mit
Ich glaube, der Admin ist gerickt und auf die CSA-Seite.
Kann sein, aber ich wurde ihm freigestellt, ja.
Wir dürfen gehen. Bei dem, was er geschrieben wird. Wir sind los.
Ich habe keinen Befehl gehört. But we just know. Second company shoulder arms.
My Korea, over here.
Haben alle gestehen. Verdammt.
Sergeant? Yes, sir. Can you please repeat the battalion orders?
Go and get my Korea. I think
Yes,
he's
sir, I will.
stuck over there.
Gotcha.
Alright, then move out, battalion.
Prepare to move out.
My Korea. We're down there.
We'll be the last battalion crossing the bridge.
Follow me.
Battalion, right. Left face.
Company.
First company, left face.
Second company, right face.
Ja, wir müssen Bridge chargen, da müssen wir Bayonets.
Alright, gentlemen, we will all go over the bridge. We'll be the last battalion crossing. And we will basically do a column of battalions trying to overwhelm the enemy on one side. In case the enemy should outflank us, each battalion is free to do as fit.
What side do we go?
We'll go to far left.
Okay.
And then try to support the battalions in front of us.
Catch up, ship to catch up, catch up! Ship to catch up, gentlemen.
First company at the run zum Aufholen.
Sprinten, aufzuholen. Far right.
Far right. House right.
March.
Ja, wir müssen weiter.
Yep.
Arms right. Turn.
March.
Left or right?
Left or right?
March.
Third company. Rifles right.
Left or right?
March.
Second company, right fleet, march. Second company at the double
first company.
forward, march.
Left or right? March. First company, double quick. March.
Sorry, that one was for me. Hopefully I'll remember and I'll have the time. I can do a comp shot there and show thousands of troops walking down that road.
March.
Let's go with them across the bridge.
Aufrücken. Wir sind 2 Ringe. Aufrücken.
Nicht vergessen.
Ja, jetzt schon.
First company, buffer. First company. Oh.
Hey.
Left
First company front.
Left rest. Left rest. Come on. Leg ready, first company. Ready first.
Battalion.
Vielleicht nach links oder?
Firing by battalion, guys.
Fire by battalion. Wir müssen Feuer halten, bis die anderen fertig sind.
Quattro nach links auf.
Ja. Geschossen.
Enemy battalion, northwest, west. Right oblique.
First battalion. Hey.
First battalion, hey. West battalion.
Hey! Not west.
Battalion.
First, I think we have to go to the left.
Yeah, Mirko, your company is on the far left.
Danke. Denk dran, wir fallen rechts ein.
Please don't lose the line.
Direkt gerade. First company, First company,
Ein bisschen nach hinten kommen, sonst spawnst du.
Nach links.
Nosotros no.
Nosotros keep firing, give them hell. Fire. Oh my god.
Company, about face on me. Media
Retirada. Vuelvan a formar aquí, caballeros. Vuelvan a formar. Venga, señores,
Wir haben uns nicht gezielt.
Eine Sekunde mehr. That hurt us and
Ja. Mussten schnell schießen. Vielleicht wäre bei Wings besser gewesen als bei Battalion, aber es ist wie es ist.
Fire at will.
Company, independent fire. Commands fire. Schön niedrig zielen. Hielt niedrig.
Nice.
I don't see them. I suggest firing by companies.
Fire, cease fire. It's just to hold them because the battalion is moving on our left. Cease fire, cease.
Battalions on the right
First
flank here.
companies.
Yeah, we'll move to center.
Reload. Left dress. Der die Formation hier wieder gelassen hat.
Battalion left face.
Shoulder arms.
Shoulder arms buffers left at a quick time forward. March.
Buffer left. Quick time.
Quick time
march.
Ran, nicht mehr aim. Marschieren. Jeden Augenblick.
March. Pfeiffer left. March.
Oh, der heute nicht gut war.
Налево, передом налево. Гором шага.
Идем за мной, не теряемся.
Две колонны забираем.
Шагом, марш, шагом, марш.
Шагом.
Okay, gotcha. Reporting back.
Company at the quick
All right. Gentlemen, hold. Get your battalion back by the bridge. Positions. Get in there.
Pre-fly.
Направо. You know what to do.
Шагом вперед. Вперед, скором, ребята. More left, guys.
Справа.
Готовку. Выходим направо, на меня спускаемся. Справа от меня.
Reload. Fire.
Ja.
Kannst du mal in die Linie gehen?
Hey, Draco. We haven't got the strength to move forward. About face. Double push, down the hill, forward march.
50 seconds, fall back.
Regular, fall back, 50 seconds.
This is pretty much all of them.
On the left, Dracon on the left.
Out of the way.
Morris, right in front of us.
Out of the way. Clear it. Out of the way. Out of the way.
Hey, Pingo, do me a favor. Check in with 2nd and 3rd battalions. Let me know how they do.
Okay, this should be still on the left.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ja, ich sehe
Rückweg, Jungs, dranbleiben.
Hoffe, du rennst vor der Linie.
Ja, das wird hier das. Wir haben auch gerade keinen NCO. Wir haben keinen CO vorne.
Ja, der NCO ist gerade. Ja, ich übernehme kurz. First Battalion, hold! That's ready.
Second
Hold.
Weiterlaufen.
So, jetzt.
Oh.
Fire by companies, make ready.
First Battalion, fire by companies. Commands firing.
First company.
Fire!
Keine.
Hey! Hebt die Fahne auf, hebt die Fahne. Steht schon.
Ah, wir haben keinen Captain mehr.
Wir sind nur noch zu viert.
Okay. That's Major Weber. Second company, take A.
Ja,
das ist ja mal nicht. Wenn du sagst Fire, dann schießt es jetzt bitte.
Блин, не мучите плавно перебивать.
Kamikaze.
They're coming back.
Get it. Got it.
Left, left, march.
Left. Viva. Guys, we're protecting the bridge. Man.
Das sind eng.
First company, run.
Run!
First company, run!
Run!
Danke fürs Mit.
Right, second company.
Out of cover to the right.
That's right.
My God, Weber can't be killed. Did you see him with that flag? That was amazing. I was getting that slow cinematic pull out, which I got, by the way. Fucking fantastic. And then this pimp runs up, grabs the flag,
First company, reform,
and then dodges at least 2 volleys. And you know they're all aiming at him. So well done, Weber.
First company, take aim, left of me.
Wearing Colonel tags, I believe.
First company.
Yeah, Colonel M. Weber, there he is, 20th New York, German Corps. And we're on the flank. The Union really not able to get much on these Confederates today. They are just brimming with confidence and really putting it to them. Able to hold this position very well. You can see the original attack here on the Confederate right. They've come up against Anderson's division, and it's a stubborn push. They're not really able to make much ground over here.
From left to right.
And this battalion doing their job well, and you see they're coming up, giving them a little heat, backing off. Recovering a bit, you see Lieutenant Colonel Giuseppe Baus in the van. Cruislow's there as well. Man, you know who I haven't seen? I haven't seen James Ryan for a minute. Where the hell is James Ryan, and why is he not carrying this flag? So I know you boys know James Ryan. You reach out. Hope everything's going well in his life, so that he can come back and join us on the weekends and wave this beautiful flag for Anderson's division.
Reinforcement.
Okay,
links anschließen.
Fire at wheels if you come. No? Okay.
Schießt. Immer schießt.
Johnny, komm mal. Company.
About face, guys.
Company.
About face.
Company guys left. The quick time forward.
Von links nach rechts der Staffel.
Prepare to hold.
Quick time.
Alles in Ordnung. Schöne Staffel.
Face.
Battalion Neil.
Neil.
Rollins, you're the wrong company again. Rollins, please go to the right. This is the first company.
Yeah, he's going.
Thanks.
Yep.
I'll lower the graphic settings if you can. I'll tell you the settings later on.
You can stand on my left.
Yeah, I've actually done that. It's not been much.
Battalion guide center.
Taking command. One, stay kneeled.
They're really trying to shoot us in the head here, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're missing you and me while I'm standing, so... I don't want to jinx it.
Guess the Bayonette nicht.
Battalion, take aim while
Company
aim.
At that smoke.
Straight ahead. Rise up.
Rise
up.
Fire!
Need to reload.
Runter.
Lovely.
One
just got shot in the head.
Really?
That's a lucky shot.
Oh, we've got some reinforcements behind.
Okay. Alright.
Even if it was one guy, it's
I think he
Look at this fine battalion reinforcing us.
Make way for the Queen's Guard.
Battalion, rise up, left face.
Rise up.
Down face. Up on
Forward march.
We will bleed for you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Go, move.
Take a battalion.
Wake
to
up.
catch up. Battalion. Roderick.
And they've been relieved, so Anderson's will move back to the center. These guys typically find themselves in the hottest spot of the battlefield, so I follow them a lot. Very mobile, very organized, very deadly.
Hold. Take aim. Right in front of us.
The old mighty 88 in action here today, and looking great, boys, looking great. Anderson's division.
reload.
What, that's battalion
Low.
facing.
Feind direkt voraus, der ist unterhalb von uns. Und Company. Hey! Fire!
Take aim.
Tree boy.
Command fire.
Are they still there?
Best company.
Die sind weg, die sind weg.
I think they got wiped out.
Die sind da nicht mehr.
Da ist keiner mehr.
First company. C, fire.
D. 3rd Battalion.
Low.
Color.
No way.
Battalion, left face.
Company left face.
Second company left
Quick
face.
time, forwards, march.
Company. March.
Second company, had a quick time.
Double quick forward, march.
Company at the
Forward,
double.
march.
March.
Had a double, march.
Battalion, fire right.
Prepare to hold.
Battalion, prepare to hold.
Company
Fire,
face.
by right fire.
Second
Quick.
company.
Hey, man.
Line.
They found their backs one more time.
To the right.
Another flanking masterpiece, and uh-oh, this time it's the 51st New York getting hit in the back and having to move. But they do have help. 2nd Delaware's here, German Corps, but they are getting out of here. Anderson's division throwing down the hammer one more time, and the Yankees are scurrying for Washington. And these are some of the hardest fighters in the UEC, so they don't run easy. I will tell you that. But a great move by Fritz and the boys getting over here and really socking it to those bluebellies as they get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Forward, march.
And they're not done yet. You see them coming down the hill. You hear Hogs back. I didn't hear him in the first battle. Glad to see you, Captain.
First company reload. Take it out.
And you can see they've moved them completely off this. This is where Lamel Todd's boys were earlier, so curious to where they wound up.
Ceasefire.
May have been overrun in order for the Yankees to get that high up the hill.
Der flieht.
Missing
Shoulder
some
out.
people.
And dress right.
Where's our line?
We saw back to the
Yeah, we're
same
missing a
spot.
few.
Yeah.
Formation here.
3rd Battalion, right face.
Company.
Second
Shoulder.
company, right face.
Right face.
Double quick.
Had a double, forward.
All right, sounds like Todd's boys are back. So I guess Anderson's division is just running around plugging holes. When one battalion gets destroyed, Anderson's comes over, plugs the hole until they can get reorganized and come back and fill that position back up. So well done. 3rd Battalion really showing their strength today on the field, as they normally do. Great, the Jeff Davis boys got a gun right here in this sweet spot. Gotta love that.
Davis boys.
So now Anderson's coming back to the right, and Slaughter's boys.
Roger that. I need to regroup my battalion.
Forward.
Schließ das mal.
A little bit forward, a little bit forward.
Now hold left face.
And
First company at the ready.
looks like those guys have been pushed, so the Union
First company.
making a little progress. Are they going to push up?
Private, so move. Please go to the left and right to line.
There you go, 83rd PBI is here, the Pennsylvania Volunteers.
Falling on the left as well.
First Lieutenant Chair, there's Impling there.
Line.
Brahmer. Silas is here. So we got a mixed bag. Mostly 83rd, some 18th North Carolina here. I see some Jersey Devil in there.
Only a company right now. Aim!
Take aim!
Gone again. Fire!
Nice.
And they are taking on Anderson's division here, so could get bloody. You can see it already has been. Look at this tree. Irrigated with the blood of young Americans. Fighting to preserve their young country. Oh, and you see just a massive volley coming in from the CSA. They weren't called the Mighty 88 for nothing. And they haven't lost anything as Anderson's division. They've only gotten better.
Yeah, we need to get in cover. They're going to destroy us.
And you see the Union really here wavering. This is the classic definition of wavering. And wow, what another brutal volley. How long can these guys just stand here getting murdered?
Charge the point, guys. Run and charge the fucking point.
We're charging point.
Well, you heard the order. We're going to charge the fucking point. This is a suicide attack, and most of the guys know it. Here they come. So we got 9 minutes left in the match. This may be a full-out Union assault. Let's see if it works.
Are we charging the point?
Oh my god, just confusion on the field. Guys running hither and thither. But they are attacking the point as ordered. You can see a lot of Unions scattering up to this position. Flagman going down. Doughboy tried to do it, got shot in the back. And the Union's still pouring it in. They've come across the bridge en masse. And as the Confederates go to the point, Impling used his guys as a sacrificial piece. And this is going to give the Union an open door to the flank if they can do it in time. Can they get over there and get there fast? It doesn't look like they're in a hurry. But we will go with them.
First company,
Lehigh, 5th Ohio.
First company, cancel command. First company, Clash Bennett. Guide left, forward.
Guide right.
And there is a massive force here. Let's see if the Union can punch through. Confederates have been awful strong already today. Let's see if they can do it now. They're coming out of the woods, off the creek, going up the big hills. And let me tell you, in real life, these hills, boy, not easy to climb, and I'm not carrying a musket. Here they go. Like ants scurrying over the hill, the Union pouring in to the Confederate line. Can Anderson's division hold the whole Union army? Doesn't look like it. But they have scattered them, the Union in disarray, and there's Confederates here pouring volleys in. 1st Virginia, 3rd Alabama. You see Preacher there, this is Lamell's men. Williamson's here as well. Coming to the rescue. And they got the bayonet out. Here they go, they want to clean it up. Hard charging. We saw these guys last week. They made a video out of them doing just this. Preacher got in the comments. He said, "We lost both those charges." It's like, well, the magic of editing, my friend. The charge itself was too epic. Didn't matter if you won or lost. And you can see the Confederates have won this one, and they're winning the match. Union taking losses. 5 minutes left. Confederates still in complete control of this position. And we'll see if the Union can do anything this time. They've charged across this bridge more than once, and this artillery piece is doing some damage. It's like JDL's running a gun for both sides here. Oh, and you can see the caisson flipped over on the bridge. Not great news. You can see the Union here trying to reform, trying to get a plan together to stop this Confederate force. Their interior lines are very, very strong today. Is Weber still carrying that goddamn flag? No, that's not him. Is it? Man, I can't even see with this damn camera anymore. No, okay, that's not him anymore. It's pretty funny though. Alright, you heard them. They're going to meet at the bridge, and they're going to go over with the bayonet. So let's stand over there. We'll set a camera up, and we'll try to capture the Union coming this way. That artillery piece kind of messes up my shot a bit, but we'll just kind of ignore it. And we'll get a good low shot of those boys coming across the field here. In case you need something in your videos, you know, Union approaching a position, it's a good enough shot for anybody. I think better to get them coming straight down the road here. It's a lot of Union coming this way. We'll go with them. Hope you're having a great time.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Mehr brauchst du nicht tun. Einfach die Einheit.
Come and get him, boys.
Go.
You can see that caisson causing a traffic jam for the Union. Not a great idea to put that thing on the bridge. Look at that, got flipped over. This is a major problem right now. For this advance, it's going to really slow down the amount of men that they can put on this point very, very quickly. And you can see flagmen going down in the attempt. They're going straight up the hill. Let's go with them. That artillery got a shot off. I bet they hit right for that caisson. A lot of Union here. And they are doing it. They're pushing them out. You can see that red line bleeding away, 126. This is their last gasp. Can they get it done now when it counts the most? And it looks like that's going to be a resounding no. The CSA coming in and making quick work of that first attack. And we'll see if there's much left for the red, white, and blue. They've got their flags laying in the dirt. And there's not a lot of time left. And this looks like it's going to be a Confederate victory. We'll see what they got left. That caisson really slowed them down. Who we got here? Jimmy Neutron and Venom. Yeah, hey noob, welcome to the UEC. What Well, there you have it. It is a Confederate victory. Congratulations. They have swept the weekend. Fantastic attack. But a fantastic defense as well. So this campaign's really shaping up. Both sides really bruising each other up. It's been a hell of a run so far, boys.
After many hours of fighting, the tenacious Georgian defenders that had dug in on the hillside overlooking the old Rohrbach Bridge had managed to almost hold out with only a fraction of the numbers sent against them. But it was the twin regiments of the 51st New York and 51st Pennsylvania that finally managed to push across. As reports came to General Toombs of Union forces from Rodman's division also crossing at Snavely's Ford to the southwest, Toombs had to make a galling decision lest he be overrun. The Confederates finally were forced back towards Sharpsburg, though it would take even more precious time for General Burnside to get his forces across the Antietam.
Yeah,
as men and guns funneled across the bridge, farther north the battlefield would briefly heat up once again, as General Greene with his battered division of Bluecoats became uneasy as no reinforcements arrived to help hold his advanced position west of Dunker Church. His unease became justified as a horde of screaming Confederates pushed him and his men out of the woods and back across the open fields to the east. While most of the Confederate forces preferred to stay under the protective cover of the tree line rather than face the many Federal guns shooting at them, 2 regiments under the inexperienced Colonel Cook advanced almost to the charred doorstep of the Muma farmhouse once again.
Yeah, historically people give Burnside a hard time about how long it took him across that bridge, but if you've been to that area and seen that land, I'm amazed that they got all those men across and organized on the other side in the time they did. So if you like that, hit that like button, consider subscribing. Until next time, my name is Joehova, and I will catch you later. Goodbye. All right, thank you to everybody in the stream. We will see you next week.